Flipping is dead. Fix and flip investors are losing money, but some investors here in Austin are making huge money right now. The difference? They switched to BRRRR. I'm going to break down exactly why BRRRR is the winning strategy here in Austin, plus show you a real example that made a ton of money in equity and they got all their money back out. So what is BRRRR? BRRRR is buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. So essentially you're just flipping the property, but instead of selling it when you get to the end there, you're going to refinance the property after you put renters in it. You're going to hold on to that property long term. Doesn't mean you can't sell it at some point in time, but that's not your immediate goal. And we're going to talk about the differences between BRRRR and flipping and why I think BRRRR is a much better strategy here in Austin right now. My name's Jordan Moorhead. I run the Moorhead team here in Austin, Texas, where BRRRR is exploding. And I'm going to tell you how it works step by steps. And I'm going to give you a real example here in Austin and you can figure out how to know if it's right for you. I've done a lot of BRRRR here in my career as a real estate investor, and it served me very well. So let's jump into it. So the flip market is saturated right now. It's really hard. Holding costs reading into profits. The sales are taking a lot more time, and you just can't predict ARVs very well. Austin's still got a great market to buy rentals in. 150 people a day are moving here. Yes, there is a lot of rental supply, but that supply is getting sucked up. And while the prices are low and the rents are low, smart investors are buying properties with the BRRRR strategy and getting all their money out. It solves all your problems. There's no holding race. You get cash flow in the property and you get your money back out. Most investors focus on buying rental properties. The smart ones focus on buying and rehabbing rental properties. But the pro investors are buying, rehabbing, renting, refinancing, and repeating. So they're getting all their money out. They're going and doing it again. How BRRRR works. So I've seen deals like this happen here very recently. You buy a duplex for 285,000. Of course, that's below market, but it needs a lot of work when you're getting it for that price. We're finding these deals on the market. You're putting 20% down, that's around 57,000. The rehab, around 60,000, give or take a little bit. Let's say it's taking you 4 to 6 weeks. You're doing some plumbing, electrical, cosmetic works. Total, you're into this property 117,000. The rent from both sides combined, 1,800 and 1,650, is 3,450 a month gross. Your mortgage payment when you refinance and get all of your money back out is 2,650. So you're cash flowing $200 a month after the mortgage and you have no money in the deal and you've made 20% margin in that deal for yourself. So when you refinance, if it appraises at 460,000, which you buy the right duplex, you do the right rehab, at 80% LTV or even 75% LTV, you can get 345,000 out. So that's all your money in the deal. You pay back your loan, you pay back your initial investment, you can go repeat. You own the asset making $200 a month, and you have your money to go do it again. So this is why this is such a powerful strategy because you bought one property, especially right here in Austin right now. You bought a property at a lower price. You've improved the value of it currently. So you already bought something that was distressed. There's not a lot of buyers out there for the right now. So if you find the right one, you bought it, you improved the value significantly, and now you can hold on to it while the market recovers and eventually goes back up. I'm not going to predict when that is, but it will happen. So Austin is perfect for this. We've got strong rental demand. Again, there's a lot of people still moving here. People like Elon Musk are building chip factories in Austin now. It's just one thing after another keeps coming. We're seeing the prices stabilize, and we're seeing cool new rules that make BRRRRs easier, like the ADU rule, where you can add extra units to any single family property and actually can build up to 3 properties on one lot in Austin that has single family zoning. Good thing for buyers right now is we have 6 months of inventory. You have all sorts of choices. Some of the best areas that people were fighting over here just a few years ago are easy to buy in right now because there's a lot of inventory out there. Places like East Austin, South Austin, North Austin, closer to the domain. Great deals happening there right now. But what you want to look for are value add issues. So problems with the foundation, problems with plumbing, electrical, terrible cosmetics. How you find these deals on the MLS? So you partner with great agents and you look for stuff that's just not looking great. You're going to need to make a lot of offers here to get those great deals, but we are here to help with that. Look for a great property in a good neighborhood and make an aggressive offer. Make sure when you're doing your rehab, you're doing it right and you're not taking on anything that you can't handle. The big five common mistakes that I've experienced myself doing BRRRR properties. We did 40 BRRRR properties, my partner and I. Overpaying on a rehab. Renters just want it clean and basic. Doesn't have to be luxury or state of the art. You can make it nice, but don't go overboard on your rehab. Not having your refinance lined up. This is a big deal. So when you're going to go to BRRRR, typically you're going to buy and you're going to refinance with somebody else. And that's how you get all your money out. But if you don't have that refinance lined up, puts you in a really bad spot. You know, you're underestimating your rehab expenses. That's a big deal we see happen a lot of times. It's happened to us. You want to get quotes when you're before you put this property under contract or when you put the property under contract, depending what your option period looks like, and make sure that you can get the rehab done for the budget you need to meet. Having the wrong financing. Everybody wants to BRRRR, but the best ways to BRRRR are using private or hard money for the purchase. So on the front, you're using private or hard money. It's interest only. You've got an aggressive contractor that's going to get this stuff done in, let's call it 4 to 8 weeks. Then you're going to refinance after that period of time. But you want to make sure you have the refinance lined up because a lot of lenders will require you to season it for 6 months, meaning you need a renter in there for 6 months. That's going to make your BRRRR strategy look a lot differently. I'm not saying it can't work. Just know what your options are going in, know how long that loan can be held for, and then know what your refinance looks like. Really important because you want to make sure that you don't end up in trouble or spending a lot more money. And then I've also seen it be a problem when you don't have an exit strategy. Again, for the BRRRR, most of the time your loan is going to be an exit strategy. But look at would it work as a flip too. Again, I don't like flips so much right now because the market is so unstable. What you bought at and what you projected your ARV at, by the time you go to sell it, so many houses in the neighborhood. We're seeing this happen so often where properties appraise for more than they'll sell for. So you've got the appraised price and you've got the market price right here. Maybe the property's worth 500,000, but it only sell for 460 because there's too much competition out here. The market says, I'm not willing to pay more for this property, but your value of the property based on the sold properties in the past is pushing it higher. So make sure you have it lined up here. Y'all, if you want to learn more about the BRRRR strategy, I've got a couple great ways you can do it. We have a free Austin Real Estate Investors Meetup. If you just go to meetup.com and search Austin Real Estate Investors, you can find that there. Also, you can message me or drop a comment down, and we will make sure to get you the link there. Then we have the REI Summit coming up here next week in Austin. This is from April 1st to 3rd. And I'm actually speaking on the BRRRR strategy there. Would love to see you there. If you have any other questions, though, you can always shoot me a DM on Instagram or drop a comment here, and we'll make sure to get back to you. We're always here to help. I think the BRRRR strategy is an amazing strategy for real estate investors. I do a lot of it still here to this day myself. I started doing BRRRRs in 2020. And again, we did about 40 from 2020 to 2022. Worked really well, helped build a great portfolio. And it's just a really great concept to keep your money moving. And it's one of the ways real estate is awesome because of that adding value and then refinancing, getting your money out tax free and being able to go do it again. Reach out if y'all have any questions, y'all. Have a great day.